So, you're looking for a dog trainer in Iowa. It can feel like a huge task, right? Don't worry, we're going to break it all down step by step to give you a really practical guide so you and your pup can get started on the right foot.
You know that feeling? Maybe you're at a busy farmer's market and your dog is just pulling you in a million different directions. Or maybe it's just a simple walk in your neighborhood and another dog appears, and suddenly it's chaos. We've all been there.
This is about more than just getting your dog to sit or stay. It's really about building a better relationship with them so you can both feel confident and happy, enjoying all the great stuff Iowa has to offer together.
All right, so before you even open up Google to search for a trainer, the very first, most important step happens right at home. You've got to get really clear on what you actually want to work on. Do any of these sound familiar? Maybe your pup just gets way too excited when people come over. Or maybe walks feel more like a workout because of all the pulling. It could even just be about nailing those basics, sit, stay, come, to make life a little easier for everyone.
Once you have a clear picture of what you want to achieve, you are honestly halfway there. It makes finding the right person to help you so much easier.
Okay, so you have your goals. Now let's talk about what makes a good trainer, well, good. It's not just about how long they've been doing it, their methods and their qualifications really matter.
This is what you want to look for. Positive reinforcement is the modern, humane, and science-backed way to train. A trainer who uses this method is going to focus on rewarding your dog for making good choices, which builds a ton of trust and makes learning actually fun for your dog.
And this is just so true. You need training that actually works in the real world, right? Whether you're on a busy street in Cedar Rapids or out on a quiet trail, this kind of training gives you that reliability.
So here's the thing. Iowa doesn't actually require trainers to be licensed. That means looking for professional certifications is your best bet to check if they know their stuff and are committed to doing things the right way. Now, all these letters might look like alphabet soup, but seeing them is a great sign. CPDT-K, for instance, means the trainer passed a pretty tough exam on dog behavior and training theory. And if you're dealing with something more serious, like deep-seated anxiety or aggression, certifications like IAABC, CDBC, or CBCC-K tell you you're looking at a real specialist.
When you do talk to a potential trainer, have these questions ready to go. Their answers will tell you a whole lot about their philosophy, their professionalism, and whether they're going to be the right fit for you and your dog.
Okay, next up, let's look at the different ways training can be done. The best format for you is really going to depend on those goals we talked about earlier.
So what's the difference here? Well, in-home training is amazing for tackling those problems that happen at home, like going nuts when the doorbell rings. On the other hand, group classes are fantastic for teaching your dog how to focus on you when there are a bunch of other dogs and people around, which is a skill you'll need for pretty much any public space.
And there are other options too. You've got private lessons if you need a flexible schedule for a specific issue. There are board and train programs, which are super intensive. And then there's day training, where a professional works with your dog while you're at work.
Of course, we have to talk about the budget, so let's take a look at what you can probably expect to invest in professional training right here in Iowa.
As you can see, the costs can really vary. Group puppy classes are usually the most affordable way to get started. A program like Board and Train is, a pretty significant investment. And just keep in mind, you'll probably see prices on the higher end of these ranges in places like Des Moines or Iowa City.
So once the training starts, the real work begins. It's time to take those new skills and apply them out in the real world. And luckily, Iowa has some fantastic places to do just that.
A well-behaved dog is also a dog that follows the local rules. Being a responsible owner just means knowing what the ordinances are in your community.
These are pretty much the big three. Leash laws can be different from one town to the next, so always double check. The rabies tag? That's a statewide requirement. No getting around it. And yeah, those barking rules are there to help everyone get along with their neighbors.
Okay, with the rules in mind, let's get to the fun part. Where can you actually go to practice things like loose leash walking or getting your dog to come when called?
Here are some really great options. Places like Gray's Lake in Des Moines or Terry Trueblood in Iowa City have safe, fenced-in areas that are just perfect for some off-leash practice. And state parks like Ledges have beautiful trails for working on focus with all those natural distractions around.
And if you want even more space to stretch your legs, a long trail like the Cedar Valley Nature Trail is perfect for building up some stamina and really polishing those leash manners. Exploring a state forest is also a great way to change things up and keep your training sessions interesting.
When it's all said and done, this whole process isn't just about fixing a few bad habits. It's really an investment in building a stronger, more trusting partnership with your dog, one that's going to last a lifetime.
So, good luck with your search and your training. A well-behaved companion really does make everything better. It makes for quiet evenings at home, fun afternoons at a local brewery, and just easier family get-togethers for absolutely everyone involved.